Now, is there such a thing as a temporary tax? Now, because they are rare, because oftentimes those temporary taxes have a way of just sticking around.
Yeah, and that is the case for the Johnstown Flood Tax. So new this morning, our John Shumway is here to explain why many of us are still paying that tax without even realizing it, John.
And the reason is there are big dollars involved, far, far beyond the original intent of the tax. The Johnstown flood of 1936 was devastating, claiming 25 lives and leaving behind $41 million in damage. Enter the Johnstown Flood Tax.
Initially, it was designed to help address Johnstown's situation.
The 10% tax was placed on wine and spirits right at the end of Prohibition.
Applying a tax to the consumption of alcohol was something that I think people felt, well, yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Within 6 years, State Senator Jay Costa says the money to rebuild Johnstown had been raised, but the tax remained.
Once the Johnstown issue was resolved, it continued to go into the general fund as it does today.
Not only did the tax continue, it grew.
Gradually in the 60s or so, it increased to 15, then to 18.
Which is what it is today on every bottle sold.
Biggest reason is it generates a lot of money. It generates in excess of almost $500 million a year in revenue to the Commonwealth that we would have to defer or not have in place, and which obviously would result in a significant loss of revenue. That's probably one of the biggest reasons why.
It's a sin tax. Alcohol consumers don't even realize they're paying.
And that tax is then incorporated into the retail price that the state store charges.
In other words, it's part of the shelf price. And repeatedly, members of the legislature have tried to get it repealed.
None of these measures over the years that I've been there have really garnered any support or any legs, primarily because of the significant loss of revenue. We're talking about $500 million in potential lost revenue. Senator
Costa says it might make sense to somehow show the tax for transparency reasons, but revoking it?
It's something that's been around since 1996, and I don't know whether or not it's going to change anytime soon.
Now, another piece of legislation is in the works right now, but it's unlikely to go anywhere because they'd have to figure out how to make up $500 million in lost revenue.
That's wild. And it makes you wonder, what other taxes are you paying without even realizing it?
Yeah.
Well, as a matter of fact,
oh boy,
if you are a smoker, you're paying $26 in state tax on every carton of cigarettes. And both of these taxes are on top of state taxes and local sales taxes as well.
It's very interesting. I mean, we were talking yesterday, John. I mean, when they raise prices of things, it's very hard for those prices to come back down. I guess taxes are the same way.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.